Hey y'all, let's paint some easy flowers using these fun bright colors like sunset gold, aloe, some of this spice pumpkin. I'm having trouble staying in the frame. I'm so sorry. Milk chocolate, and what else did I use? This Tuscan red. Just some bright colors that will work good for flowers, and I'm going to start with a rose. I'm just going to take a mid-sized brush and put down just some little shapes, just some circular shapes that could be like roses. And then I forgot to put down any white paint, but we're going to need some white paint to make these look like roses and not just blobs. So let's go ahead and grab that. Maybe I won't get the white paint in colors that I've already got down, but anyhow, we're just going to take just a little round brush like this, but you can use a lot of kind of brushes. It really doesn't matter, whatever works for you. And just make some little U or comma shapes in there, just to kind of give it the feeling that it's got some petals. And then you can just go around the edges really light. And if the paint's not dry, that's okay. It just gives it a fun little blended look. So it's okay if your paint is not dry. Mine is not either, so I kind of like how that does with the damp paint. Damp, D-A-M-P paint. That sounded really bad. Anyway, just gonna go around the edges to give it a kind of curly, fringy, flowery thing. And then go to do some commas on this one. I'm still learning how to paint flowers, and sometimes I'm still a little bit intimidated by some methods of painting flowers, but I've come to see that a lot of times I'm overcomplicating it, and if I can just get down some paint in some flowery shapes, it all comes together. And so now I'm just going to do a couple of leaves in here. Just bringing this aloe color kind of up to a point here. And I'm going to do another one from the bottom, but not filling up everything. I'm trying to give it some dimension and make it look like the leaves are back behind the roses. And I'm just trying to get as close to the edge as I can without actually going into the rose. And so then I'm going to do one more leaf, and then this little white space that I didn't cover, we're going to put another flower there. So just turn your brush up on its edge and do a swoosh that way. Turn it up on the edge and come back down the opposite way and fill in right there. And I did get on the red a little bit right there, but we are going to cover that up, so we're not going to be too worried about it. So there's our roses and our leaves. Now this next part is going to be fun because it is really, really easy and simple to do. I'm just going to take, this is not even a paintbrush. It is a makeup brush. I don't know if you can, I'm trying to get it in the frame. It's a Wet n Wild makeup brush. And I'm just, because it's such a good shape for a flower. And all you do, I'm going to do one over here for right now because that paint's still drying. You just bring it down like that. Pretty decently heavy pressure. But we're just doing 5 petals. And get it over on the red some to just make it overlapping and everything. And then hopefully this is dry enough right here. No, it's not. I can tell I got some thick white. So let me see. I'm just going to drop down right under here. It is dry enough right there. So just a downstroke and some V's. If you saw my hydrangea tutorial the other night, kind of like that. We're just making some real simple flowers there. And I'm going to overlap this right here. Just a downstroke and then make your V. And that paint is still very wet. So I'm probably going to have to go back over it. But it's okay. I'm trying to stay in the 10-minute time frame here. So I'm going to rinse that makeup brush. And do the same kind of thing with some yellow. Just here and there. Same kind of flower. Just the downstroke. The V, and an upside down V. And another one up here. Just the downstroke, the V, and upside down V. And then I think I'm just going to come in with the brown and make them some centers. I'm just using the end of a paintbrush, just dipping it in the brown and just blobbing it in the center to just make it look more like a flower. And I think the last step is just going to be, and this will have to be touched up because I did get in there some places where the paint was still wet. But the last thing I'm going to do for right now, I'll come back and touch up once it's completely dry. But I'm just going to take some of this white and just go up around the leaf a little bit. Just giving it a little bit of an outline. And then I'm going to come up and make some veins in it. And you know these would look a lot better if you're taking your time, which I'm not. I'm trying to do it quick, but even this rough, quick way, they're not terrible. So, you know, you can imagine how much better they do look when you are trying to take your time. So there's that. And then you could also, well, no, I didn't get around that leaf yet, did I? Let me do that without getting my big hand in the paint, hopefully. Just outlining, and it doesn't have to be just right to the edge, you know. This is not fine art or anything. So, we've got that, and you could also go around some of these petals if you wanted to, just giving them a little more structure, I guess you could say. But these are great for just some fill-in types of flowers. This is just 2 types, and the rose, again, just starts with just a kind of a circular blob. And then for the little flowers, the brush just basically does the work for you. You're just laying it down with a little bit of pressure. But these are fun for just accents on hand lettered signs, or if you just wanted to make just a flower picture, whatever. Just some fun, low stress, easy peasy kinds of flowers to paint. These are the ticket for that. So let me just try to get some outlines around this one. I'm struggling to make sure I don't get my hand in the paint. You don't know how many times I mess something up